Stephen Hawking, one of the most brilliant theoretical physicists in history and the most recognizable scientist of modern times. His work on the origins and structure of the universe, from the Big Bang to black holes, has revolutionized the field and inspired people around the world. In this brief biography, we will look at Hawking's life, education, and achievements, ranging from his discoveries to the popular books he's written, and the disease that robbed him of mobility and speech. Stephen William Hawking was born in Oxford, England, 300 years to the day after the death of Galileo on January 8, 1942.
Early in his academic life, Hawking, before he was recognized as bright, he wasn't an exceptional student. In fact, he was a dirt from the bottom of his class. Hawking focused on more than school. He loved board games, even he created new games for himself and for his friends. He started constructing a computer out of recycled parts for solving rudimentary mathematical equations. At the age of 17 years old, he entered into the university. He expressed a desire to study mathematics, but the university didn't offer a degree in that specialty, so he changed toward physics, and more specifically, cosmology. He graduated with honors in natural science, then he became a member of the Institute of Astronomy in Cambridge. In 1973, he published his first highly technical book, The Large-Scale Structure of Space-Time, with G.F.R. Ellis. Hawking found himself back at Cambridge University, where he was named to one of the teaching's most renowned posts. Stephen Hawking, at the age of 21, was diagnosed with an amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. In short words, the nerves that control his muscles were shutting down. The doctors gave him 2.5 years to live. However, Hawking's disease helped turn him into the neuroscientist to become, because before Hawking hadn't always focused on his studies. In his own words, he said, "Before my condition was diagnosed, I had been very bored with life. The illness takes over his body diminished. He had to be forced to use a wheelchair. He lost his voice. The resulting situation was required 24 hours nursing care. But the situation caught the attention of a computer programmer who had developed a speaking program. Just moving his fingers, selected his words with a handheld clicker. Shortly before he had been diagnosed with ALS, Stephen Hawking met a young undergraduate named Jane Wilde. They were married in 1965. They had 3 children, but then Hawking left his wife for one of his nurses, Elaine Mason. But over 16 years old, finally, Hawking and Elaine filed for divorce. In the following years, he reconciled with Jane, who had remarried, and published novels for children with his daughter, Lucy.
After he finished studying his career and also finished his thesis, in 1966, he got into a new research about the beginning of the universe. This made the academic world richer than before. In 1971, he won the Gravity Research Foundation Award because of his essay titled Black Holes. Soon in 1973, he decided to start researching about quantum gravity instead of the cosmological studies. Then in 1979, he started teaching as a professor at the University of Cambridge. After some decades, he began to write books for a new and popular audience. One of his books could be The Universe Nutshell in 2001. During this time, he planned to travel all over the world. The fame he had at this time allowed him to do such a thing.
He also became an icon of popular culture. After expanding upon his work with more books, in 1999 Stephen achieved what many regard as the ultimate accolade, his first guest appearance on The Simpsons, that increased his popularity. Then, he presented a documentary series, Stephen Hawking's Universe, guest starred on The Big Bang Theory and Star Trek The Next Generation, and lent his distinctive voice to Pink Floyd's album, The Division Bell. Moreover, a movie based on Hawking's life was released in 2014, called The Theory of Everything. On March 14th, Professor Stephen Hawking died. For 55 years, he defied a disease that should have killed him in 3 or 5 years.